Captain, are you here with us? Thank
Yes.
you. We can hear multiple voices. Is there more than one of you here with us?
It's essentially just finding answers or trying to find answers. I don't think anyone really knows what happens after you pass away, and my passion is just kind of trying to find out what does happen when we die.
So we're in the captain's room of the Denver Fire Museum.
We call it ghost hunting and we call it spirits or people that have passed away, and I just believe that there's no way that we're the only beings out there, that there's gotta be more. So just curiosity.
If there are 7 of you here with us, can you turn the flashlight back on?
I am a co-founder of XX Paranormal Communications, so I was trying to think of an awesome female team name. I think it's a male-dominated industry with paranormal investigating. Unfortunately, there's a lot of drama in the community. They call it paradrama, and we want good things, good vibes. Tonight, we are at the Denver Firefighters Museum in downtown Denver.
Since I started working here, my first day, they gave me the keys and they're like, go in whatever rooms you want to go in. I went in here and like, I could feel something in there, and I just walked right out.
This was on my bucket list to investigate because I had always heard about activity that had occurred at the Firefighters Museum.
I know we've had activity actually with this one right here. On past investigations, we have a Barbie doll in there and she's been known to fall over.
It's always fun to investigate places that have a lot of history, and museums are always a fun and interesting experience.
We find that museums are often very active because of the fact that we have so many different artifacts that belong to so many people. This was an active station from 1909 to 1975. Here, I definitely think it's a lot more of people who put a lot of their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears and soul into this place, into their jobs, and it meant so much to them that they didn't want to leave.
We like to usually tour the space, get a little bit of history on the location, speak with the people that work in it day to day to find out what their experiences are, any particular areas that we should focus on.
I've heard of activity happening in here. From what Angela has told me, that it was the room that she'd always feel the most anxious going into, like she couldn't catch her breath. It makes it like an adventure, because on top of the fact that just my job itself, it's always different every day, and then being like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do today. Like all last week, it was the doorknob jiggling, and then sometimes it's the alarm going off, or we're hearing footsteps. So it keeps us on our toes, and I like that.
So it normally looks like this, and then when we came in, it looked like that. That's very different.
Typically, you can tell if you have experiences in the night. Usually if you have more than one piece of equipment that's caught something. So for instance, if your EMF detector, K2 meter, is going off and you also get a voice through the spirit box, and if those flashlights are turning on to your questions or turning off to your questions, if you get different sources, that's usually a pretty good indicator that something's going on.
I have these rods here if you want to try moving them to let us know you're here. So again, I'm holding these very still and these are moving.
We've had flashlights going off, we've been hearing voices coming out through the spirit box. So I'm excited to see everything that comes out and to hear the recordings back.
I have Jason.
Jason?
Okay. Is there a Jason here?
Paranormal investigations are not typically what's conveyed on TV. Typically on TV, these investigations are made out to be very scary. Everything's made out to be evil or demonic. It's not as scary as people think that it is. A lot of times you're literally just sitting in the dark and waiting for an answer. And so if they really recorded that, I think people would actually laugh at, the hours of footage of just sitting in the dark talking to yourself.
Would you like us to go upstairs to the main floor or the top floor? If so, can you turn the flashlight on?
It is really beautiful to be able to communicate with the spirit world. It gives me hope that there is something that happens after death. Sometimes you're just having a communication with someone, and it's nice to be able to know that you can relay any messages that they might have and, visit them in case they're lonely. It can be really fun.
Who knows, maybe we'll stop back down here again. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.